So in the previous part, we completed the singleton conversation. I just rearranged the folders for better visibility, wherein I created a conversation folder where we had singleton conversation. This was basically basic agent.js file, which I now renamed as singleton conversation. Now we are going to have a multi-turn conversation added here, multi-turn conversation. All the coding samples are already, this is present on GitHub, so you can take a reference from here. Now I'm going to copy everything here from the singleton conversation, and I'm going to make changes into the existing code to support for multi-turn conversation. And then we are going to have a chatbot ready, wherein you can just ask any type of question and it will be able to have the history of the previous conversations too. So let's get started with that. Now, let's say whatever the user asks for, so we can have that added into this conversation. So that is very easy. You just whatever the conversation that we are passing right now as a role consistent, I am going to move it out and I am going to write it conversation. Instead of query, this will be conversation that will be coming up, and that is done. So let's say whatever the question that you have in your mind, you can ask from it and we can just pass it up. So let's say my conversation will be role as the user, let's say role as a system first, and I can ask here like act as a senior engineer. Then I can have another role, the user, content as the it can be anything. So let's say what is coding. And here I will pass this complete conversation. In the last video, I just forgot to add the query here, but you can pass your query here, that will be taken in the last part. So I'm going to update the code there. Here it is taking a query. We did not pass any query. Now we are going to pass like, or I will ask a question. Let's say, what is coding? What is coding? And here the question will be passed directly. So this small change you need to make in the previous file, and in the near file it will work fine. You will pass this conversation, it will be taken here and you will get an answer from it. Let's get started. Let's try running it. Node conversation and multi-turn conversation is what you have to use. Let's try seeing it. What is the output of it? Okay, so you got an answer here. Like short answer, coding is the act of writing instructions in programming language so a computer can carry out tasks. I will also tell you what computers do and all this stuff. So this is what we wanted. It provides the tokens, output and everything. So whatever is required based on that, it is going to give us an answer. So this was done for the multi-turn. Now we are going to move on to the tool call in the next video.